What's up YouTube? It's Ben, and in this video, I'm gonna be talking about whether or not college is right for you. All right, guys, if you don't know who I am already, my name is Ben Nader. I talk about entrepreneurship, business, finance, investing, real estate, all things basically business oriented and entrepreneurship oriented. If you like that kind of content, you should definitely smash that subscribe button and be a part of this channel. Okay, so let's just get right into it. Some people say don't go to college. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. It's a scam, people even say. Some people say go to college. It's a must. It's a guarantee. You absolutely need a degree. You must do it. Otherwise, you will fail in the world forever, right? So there's a heated debate going on around the world, really, about whether or not you should go to college, take on college debt, all of that kind of stuff. Like everything involved in this is actually a big decision. So I decided to make a video about it because I know a lot of you guys are in that age range where it's like, well, should I go to school or not? Like, I don't know. Like, should I get a degree or not? I don't know, because I don't know what I want to do, you know? So I want to make a video kind of explaining 4 questions that you can ask yourself as to whether or not you should go to college. Then I'll give you kind of a preface as to exactly what you should be looking at when you sort of determine this from my own personal standpoint. Okay, so I went to college. I have a degree in political science. Now, do I do anything related to that degree? No. Was I applying for jobs that were related to that degree? Yes. But I didn't get into any of them. They never flew with me. They never jived with me. Like nothing worked in that realm. I loved my degree. I loved studying world governments and systems and policy and all that kind of stuff. And eventually I actually wanted to go to law school, but I found out that law school was basically just a place where you go and you have to be at the top of your class to get into a good firm. And even then, you pretty much kind of hate your life. So anyways, I didn't go to law school. But with that being said, I ended up in the business world, and that's where I am today. So 80% of people don't actually end up using their specific degree to actually apply it to whatever specific job it's supposed to go towards. Now, absolutely, there are exceptions to that rule. Those that are considering careers in accounting, right? Maybe finance, things like medicine, if you want to be a doctor or a nurse, or if you want to be someone in legal law, if you actually want to go and follow through and go to law school, right? Those are things where maybe it's very poignant for you to absolutely go get your undergraduate and then go on and absolutely crush it and go to that job if that's what you want. All right, so like I said earlier, I was gonna give you 4 questions that you should ask yourself that are really pretty heavy questions that will kind of help you decide what pathway you want to take, or at least lead you in the right direction. I know this is not going to give you a final answer because this is a big decision, right? It's not to be taken lightly. It's definitely something that you should mull on and get lots of opinions on, right? Lots of self-reflection, lots of outside opinion, and then eventually decide for yourself. Don't let anyone tell you that you need to do X, Y, Z, right? Like you always need to make sure that you're making the decision yourself. So number 1, do you even know what you want to do? So do you have any clue what it is that you actually want to be doing for the rest of your life? Like, do you have some specific idea of like, I want to be doing marine biology. I want to be doing chemistry. I want to be doing something in engineering. Like, do you have a specific actual goal where you're like, I 100% want to be doing that thing, right? Do you know what you actually want to do? If you do, then college could be a very viable route for you to get to that thing, right? To get to that job, to get to that goal, or start a business in that area, right? Doesn't matter. But figure out, number 1, if you actually know what you want to do. All right, so number 2, this is the second question you should ask yourself, right? And this is kind of a big one because lots of people oftentimes attribute this to so many things in society. Are you choosing to go to college just because others are telling you to? Are you caving to like peer pressure, generally from parents, generally from siblings, generally from family and or friends. All my friends are in college. All my buddies went off to this school. Like, I should too, right? No, critically think about this, right? This is what separates like smart people from just kind of like groupthink people, right? Understand critical thinking. Understand what it means to critically think about something and understand, is that actually for me or is that just for them? Or are they just actually following a pack, right? So you have to critically think through this whole process, right? And I go back to number one. Do you even know what you want to do, right? So blend these two together and understand, are other people just telling you what to do? And are you just basically being a robot and just saying, well, I mean, yeah, like you go to college after high school, right? That's what you do. So, or you go to college, at any age, right? Everyone remember, you can always go to college pretty much at any age. You can always go back to school. You can always get your post-grad, everything. You can always do that stuff. But understand, is it because someone else is saying it? Or is it because you want to do it? All right, so question number 3 that I really want you to ask yourself is, do you actually enjoy school enough that you're ready to go to school for another 4 years or even 8 years if you're going for like becoming a doctor or a lawyer or whatever it is, right? Do you actually enjoy school? Do you actually enjoy learning that much, right? To actually go to college and do it, right? So if you hated high school, if you were like borderline, I'm gonna drop out of high school, right? You're probably not going to college anyways. But if you were like that, and if you were anywhere in that realm, then your ability or your, propensity to probably want to go to college is probably like way down here, right? But if you're like a really lover of learning, right, then your propensity is probably way up high, right? But you also need to pair that stuff with, why are you going? Do you know exactly what you want to do? And who's telling you to go? All that stuff, right? So all these things need to come in combination. Like I said, there's many variables. This is not a simple 1, 2, 3, 4 decision. This video isn't going to make your decision, right? This is a lifetime big decision that you need to make for yourself. So just understand, did you actually enjoy learning, right? And could you take another 4 years of learning? So to go to college, it's another 4 years of sitting in lectures, right? Listening to professors, doing homework, right? Just at a higher level than high school, right? A much higher level. But there's lots of things that come with college, right? But with that being said, is it that you love learning and you want to do more of it or not? All right, so the fourth question is relatively simple. Are you willing to kind of put your life on hold for 4 years, at least 4 years, if you're just going for an undergrad degree, right? So like I did for political science, I studied for 4 years of my life, right? From about 21 to 25, whatever, do the math. But with those 4 years, you got to understand you're kind of putting your life on hold. So if you have a business idea, or if you have something that's like really, really going for you, right? College might not be right for you. But if you have nothing going on and you like learning and you truly want to go and you have a goal, you want to get into engineering, you want to be a doctor, you want to do this, go to college. Like, by all means, go do it, right? But understand and just ask yourself these questions, right? Like, you have to understand if it's really coming from within or not. So you got to really understand at that point if you want to put your life technically on hold. Now, it's not really on hold, right? I wouldn't say your life gets put on hold ever. I would just say that your life changes for 4 years. So while you're in undergrad, right, your life is definitely changing. I mean, you are in school, right? You're not really doing anything else. Like, if you want to pass your tests, you have to study. If you want to actually go through college, you have to attend the lectures, you have to, talk to professors, you have to study, you have to read books, right? Like, so those 4 years are going to take up that time. It's going to change your life during that duration, right? So your life will change. Are you willing to change your life for those 4 years of time versus some other people that are like, boom, high school's done. I'm starting a business. I'm doing this, that, whatever. And I'm off to the races, right? And that's just fine, right?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
At the end of the day, I have no answer for you because the answer is within you. You have to come up with the answer intrinsically, right? I can't give it to you. All I can give you is ancillary information around the entire decision that you need to make, right? So whether or not you go to college doesn't matter at all to me. Honestly, it doesn't matter at all. Whether you go or don't go, you're right either way because you can always go pretty much whenever you want. So at being that said, right, some people have an amazing concept for a business. They start the business, it gets going. Some people just drop out of college, right? And they're like, well, I'm done with the first year because my business is booming and I'm just gonna take that off, right? So personally me, like I said, I went to college, got my degree, did all of that, and got a lot out of college, right? There's a lot of other things that come with it, right? You get a lot of networking, you learn a lot. Your communication skills go through the roof because you have to interact and engage, and you have to learn how to think critically, which is really, really important for skills in business as well. So there's a lot of huge benefits to college, but also, are you willing to put your life on hold for those 4 years to do all that stuff? I don't know. Only you know. So take this video with a grain of salt. Understand those 4 questions. Ask yourself all of those, right? And be honest with yourself. Don't just think, well, all my boys are going to college, or hey, all my girlfriends are going to college, so I mean, like, why not? I'm going to join them in the same fraternity or same sorority, or I'm going to go to the same school because we're all going to hang out still for 4 more years, right? You know, because everyone wants high school to kind of like continue, some people. But with that being said, understand there's a framework for making this decision. I want to help you learn that framework. So this video is meant really for you to understand the framework, understand the decision making, and make the decision. So I really hope this sheds some light on the decision that you have to make if you're in that category of a person that's making this decision. So if there's any value there for you, please smash that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. If you're looking to get into the recruiting business, you should 100% be in Recruiter Empire. Link in description, our Facebook group. It's almost 15,000 people at this point. Recruiters, entrepreneurs, everybody that's getting into recruiting and staffing. You definitely want to be in there. And I will see you guys next time.